and you have the Dewana Bonners and the Leah Edwards of the league as Kelsey Plum, free agents. They're going to get cored, some of them, but like there are big name veteran pieces that the Fever have money to go get to put them in position to be playing for a WNBA title. That's my bold prediction.
Listen up. The Indiana Fever just got lucky, and I mean seriously lucky. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player anymore. She's become the player everyone wants a ticket to ride with. Top athletes are lining up, and I'm going to break down exactly why this team just became the hottest destination in basketball. The Indiana Fever are going to be playing for the WNBA title next year. And I think this is my bold prediction. Let's break it down.
This morning, Pacers Sports and Entertainment building brand new multi-million-dollar sports performance center for the Indiana Fever.
Fox 59's Anna Darling joins us now to tell us all about it. It's a beaut.
Yeah, this is some really exciting news. Pacers Sports and Entertainment released plans to break ground this summer on a brand new state-of-the-art $78 million sports performance center for the Fever in the heart of downtown Indianapolis. Construction on the three-story, 108,000 square foot training complex is expected to begin this August and will open before the 2027 WNBA season. It's being built on the site of the old Marion County Jail as part of the PSND campus, connected to the Virginia Avenue parking garage and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It'll feature 2 regulation-sized courts, premier strength and conditioning equipment, and amenities to help the athletes recover, like a massage center, a sauna, and hydrotherapy pools. And it'll help support the players' lifestyles. It'll have child care center, a hair and nail salon, and a podcast and content production studio. So what's in it for the fans? The center will offer exclusive fan experiences and a Fever team store so you can get your merchandise there. It'll also be a place for the community outreach events that the team hosts as well. Lots of exciting things ahead for our Fever team.
I'm like thinking about the hair and nail salon. I'm like, what for who?
Everybody.
For everybody.
Anybody, I think, right?
That's
we all
awesome.
need to get our nails. I mean, when I don't have my nails done, I get emails.
Well, you do have to get your hair
So
done.
it's today. We'll be cutting off some of this.
Okay.
It's no news that the Fever just got themselves a $78 million state-of-the-art facility. With the electric duo of Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston, the Fever aren't just rebuilding, they're revolutionizing the game. This isn't your typical off-season. It's a strategic power play to transform Indiana into a WNBA championship destination. Top free agents are taking notice. We're talking all-stars, defensive titans, and offensive powerhouses who see the Fever as the next big thing. These veterans aren't just looking for a team, they're looking to be part of a movement. With young talent, massive investment, and championship ambitions, the Fever is sending a clear message. Indiana is where basketball dreams become reality. The Fever aren't just dabbling, they're making a bold strategic statement.
In front of her home Phoenix fans, just beautiful to see her out on the floor in this moment. How about Ogwumike in this third quarter catching fire? Mitchell rims in on a three. Kelsey Mitchell. Here's Mitchell veering, cupping, and finishing. A little pizza pie finish from Kelsey Mitchell. Mitchell dances to the corner, 1 second left. Mitchell connects at the horn. What a third quarter for Team WNBA.
She just trots out to that left corner. It gets out of her fingertips just in time. Then watch her teammates just all rush over to her.
First on their rebuilding playbook, they are locking down their electric shooting guard, who's been nothing short of a scoring machine. Kelsey Mitchell isn't just a player, she's a game changer. Averaging a scorching 19.2 points per game, she's proven to be the absolute perfect backcourt complement to generational talent Caitlin Clark. Her ability to create space, drain clutch shots, and keep defenses guessing makes her irreplaceable. And the Fever, they know exactly what they've got. They're not playing coy or making half-hearted offers. The Indiana Fever made Mitchell a core qualifying offer, which made it official that they were the only ones who could negotiate with the longtime Indiana player. Mitchell gets a guaranteed Supermax offer in return, worth about $249,000 for the 2025 season. Indiana is sending a very clear message. Kelsey Mitchell is a key part of their plan to win the championship. It's not just a contract negotiation, it's a promise to work together to make something amazing. It's clear, Mitchell isn't going anywhere, and the Fever is committed to building a powerhouse that will make the rest of the WNBA take notice. They're not just looking for big names. They want to build a complete team that can win a championship. They want a great backup guard who can run the offense when Caitlin Clark or Kelsey Mitchell needs a break. It's a carefully thought out plan to build a team that can go deep in the playoffs. And here's the reality. It's not just about signing players, it's about creating a culture that attracts top talent. Fever fans should buckle up for a game-changing potential addition in Satou Sabally.
We've seen the feistiness of Lexi Hall since the Olympic break. McCowan easily wins the tip and Sabally knocks down a three. Dallas offense.
This 6'4" dynamo is not just a player, she is a game changer. During the previous season, Sabally averaged a staggering 17.9 points per game, in addition to 6.4 rebounds and 5 assists. She is the ultimate triple threat. A scoring terror, a defensive lockdown artist, and a playmaking wizard. Her defensive prowess is exemplary.
Hot start, wanting to let up in that regard. Smith into a double team. Sabally got her hands in there. That's a big defensive play by Sabally. She just rips it away from Melissa Smith. A fun matchup, quick on quick.
Sabally has a hawk-like vision in passing lanes and can shadow opponents like their own shadow. For the Fever, she represents more than a player. She's a defensive upgrade that could transform the entire team's dynamics. The million-dollar question, can Indiana land her? With their young talent, massive facility, and clear championship vision, they're making a compelling pitch. Sabally could be the missing piece that turns the Fever from promising to downright unstoppable. All signs point to a definitive yes, given that Satou has already told Dallas that she wants out. Moving on to another player on the horizon with Chennedy Carter.
Stewie! And just the transition points by Chicago.
Carter, who is known as Hollywood, is about to change her story in a way that could be very explosive. It's hard to believe she scored 17.5 points in the WNBA last season and almost 30 points in China's summer. It's all about attacking firepower. It's not just about the stats though. Combine Carter's lightning-fast scoring skills with Caitlin Clark's ability to set up plays. That backcourt will keep the other team's coaches up at night. Her skill comes with a bit of drama, but Indiana might be the perfect place for her to shine. Carter isn't just a player. She could change the game if she can show that she's more than just her nickname. The Fever might be her title painting. With their new leadership and a culture that's all about empowering players, the Fever might just be the perfect stage for Carter's redemption arc. So, let's shift gears and talk about a player who might not be on everyone's radar, but could be the secret ingredient the Fever needs. I'm talking about Monique Billings. Beyond the box score, Billings is a human spark plug ready to electrify Indiana's second unit. Her 2024 stats with the Dallas Wings, 7.4 points over 24 games, barely show her true impact. Imagine a player who combines relentless hustle and marathon runner stamina. That's Billings. She's a rebounding machine who creates second chance opportunities and frustrates opponents with her intensity. In transition, she's lightning fast, often beating opposing bigs down the court. Paired with Aaliyah Boston, they'd form a rebounding nightmare. Her defensive versatility allows her to guard multiple positions, adding serious depth to the Fever's lineup. Billings isn't just a player, she's a game changer waiting to be unleashed. Moving on, let's talk about a game changer who could take the Fever from rebuilding to contenders overnight, Nneka Ogwumike, the Fever's championship missing piece. Not only a 9-time All-Star, former MVP and 3-time WNBA champion at work, but also the next player who could change the Fever franchise. She averages over 16 points and 7 rebounds per game and shoots a deadly 40% from three-point range. She has championship DNA and can change the game in many ways. Imagine her in Fever colours, turning hopes of rebuilding into real title contenders. Ogwumike is more than just a player. She makes a point. Now we'll talk about a player who wants to make a comeback and could be the missing piece that makes Indiana a winner. Brionna Jones, the Fever's key defensive player.
1 of 9 from the floor. Nice look inside to Brionna Jones.
She is a two-time All-Star with a comeback story brewing. Jones is more than just a free agent. She's a potential defensive cornerstone. Before her injury, she was averaging 14.5 points and 8.5 rebounds with elite multi-position defensive skills. Pairing her with Aaliyah Boston, that's not just a front-court duo, that's a defensive fortress that'll make opposing coaches nervous. With her Connecticut connection and rising potential, Jones could be the Fever's missing championship puzzle piece. Jones's rebounding skills and Boston's shot-blocking prowess will bring shockwaves to the WNBA. Next is a player that makes a good recipe for scoring explosion. Imagine a player so dominant that she once led the league in both points and rebounds. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, for the Indiana Fever, that dream could become a reality with Tina Charles on their radar.
Charles, this is for second all time. She's got it.
It didn't come in the first. It didn't come in the second.
2012 MVP and WNBA scoring legend Charles brings unmatched firepower. Her career-long quest, a championship ring, pairing her with young stars Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell could transform the Fever from promising to unstoppable. There is no doubt that defense wins championships. Natasha Howard, the defensive dynamo who could transform Indiana's entire identity on the court.
They just have to be more consistent, especially on the defensive end.
And Natasha Howard having her way tonight. Knocking down her 44th from beyond the arc this season. 4 30-point games this season, and the Wings finally answered. We're back. Here comes Enrique. 5.5 to play in the first half. Beautiful pass from Enrique. Phoenix is going to call the timeout. Turns it over. Here comes Seth.
That was really great defense by Tara.
Howard counted. Flash has
right, your verticality, and you must have your hands up. Look at Natasha.
Sweet with 3 E's.
Get a three here, and now we got a ball game.
Howard launches. Splash!
Bam!
This year that he's favored in the NBA. Howard counted. Odyssey sins on the 2 points in the second half for DT. Kalani Brown takes the 15. Oh, Natasha Howard one-hands it. You can play the 2, 3, or 4 spot. Always plays aggressive. Oh, beautiful pass inside to Howard. Inside of 2:25 left in regulation. Enrique. Howard. Fakes. Got it again. Howard's got 36.
This isn't just about adding another player. It's about bringing in a proven winner, with the skills to lock down opponents and change the game. Last season, Howard put up some impressive numbers, averaging 1.2 blocks and 1.3 steals per game. But those stats only scratch the surface of her true value. It's her ability to disrupt offenses and create turnovers that make her a game changer. Her championship experience and defensive prowess could be the catalyst that turns Indiana from a promising young team into a legitimate title contender. Now, let's talk about the new potential recruits Fevers can get for their backcourt in Kelsey Plum and Nneka Nurse. Plum, a sharpshooter known for her deadly scoring, might be on her way out from the Las Vegas Aces. Her ability to light up the scoreboard could turn the Fever's offense into an opponent's worst nightmare. But wait, there's more. Nneka Nurse brings her own brand of electricity. Coming off a season with a career-high 48% effective field goal percentage, she's not just an offensive threat, she's a defensive Swiss Army knife. Capable of guarding multiple positions, Nurse could be the defensive boost the Fever desperately needs. Both players are looking for a place to make a real impact, and the Fever's rising culture might be their perfect match. Imagine Plum and Nurse alongside Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. That's not just a lineup, that's a statement. The Fever isn't just building a team, they're crafting a championship blueprint. The Indiana Fever are no longer just a team in rebuild mode, they're a championship caliber squad in the making. With strategic free agent targets like Nneka Ogwumike, Tina Charles, Kelsey Plum, and Plum and Nurse, they're transforming from a promising young team to a legitimate WNBA powerhouse. Caitlin Clark's arrival has already put the basketball world on notice, but these potential additions aren't just adding talent. They're bringing championship DNA, defensive grit, and explosive scoring. The Fever aren't just hoping to compete, they're positioning themselves to dominate. Stay tuned, basketball fans, because the Fever is about to set the WNBA ablaze. This isn't just a rebuild, this is a takeover. Are you ready for the Fever to bring the heat? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out.